It's not going to work. Let's just lose that altogether. So, yeah, my name's Clayton Anderson. I used to be a drug dealer, now I'm a stand-up comic. As you can tell by my comedy, I was a pretty good fucking drug dealer. I don't exactly remember what happened to me last night, but the fact that I had to wear sunglasses to open the fridge speaks fucking volumes. I didn't do much this afternoon. I spent the afternoon moving metal bracelets from my right wrist to my left. Not for any sort of fashion statement or any reason, just as the fact that I was sick of sounding like a fucking reindeer every time I jerked off. So, I'm sitting in a bar the other day between my lesbian friend here and my homophobic sort of mate on the other side. And when there's a lull in the conversation, he blurts out, my cock hangs to the right. Fair enough. My cock hangs to the left. And without missing a beat, my lesbian friend turns to me and says, I can take my cock off. That is gorgeous. Courtney Love. Who am I talking about? Courtney Love. What can be said about Courtney Love that hasn't been written on the back of a toilet door? Well, in real life she played a syphilitic, infected, drug-addicted bitch that sucked the life out of Kurt Cobain. And then she got a role in The People vs. Larry Flint, where she played a AIDS-infected, drug-addicted whore who sucked the life out of Larry Flint. Pretty big stretch for a character, but I will say for her method acting, she did dye her own hair. Yeah? She dyed her hair. I'm at another bar recently. I used to, actually this is a little while ago, I used to live with a bunch of guys, me and 4 other dudes, and we all hit the club one night. And let's call him Dude Man. Dude Man takes his jacket off, and I notice his t-shirt. And I sort of say, where'd you get that shirt, mate? He's like, oh, I grabbed it off your bed, you know, I needed something to wear to the club, you know. Sort of joke on you sort of thing. So I said, come here a minute, mate, Dude Man. And I back him up over this black light in the doorway, and it just comes alive with a snail trail of hypercolour. And I say to him, dude, that's been my fucking cum rag for the last 2 weeks. I said, keep wearing it, man. Only chicks thinks cum smells. Alright, I'm gonna get the mic's stand off. This is Clayton's top 10 rockstar excesses. This is rock stars that do drugs and just go a little bit too far. Clayton's top 10. Joe Perry, lead guitarist from Aerosmith, actually introduced his wife to the band of 5 years. It took Steven Tyler to say, dude, I was your fucking best man, for him to get the fucking point. Classic. We got Phil Spector. Phil Spector did a lot of good production on a lot of good music back in the day. When asked to pay his wife $1 million in some sort of, you know, ex-wife fee, he managed to fill a dump truck up with pennies and dumped it on her driveway. $1 million in pennies. That, once again, my friends, is gorgeous. Should have a fucking mic stand.
Clayton, do you want me to hold this up for me, Clayton?
Fine, it's fine.
They told me to, now look like a dick.
Number 8, I've got Elton John. Elton John did 7 grams of cocaine on his wedding night. Well, look, the fact that he was trying to fuck a girl, you gotta consider that in. Alright, we got Ozzy Osbourne at number 7. The man snorted a line of ants. He fucking snorted a line of ants.
Yeah, man.
Alright, if that's not enough for you, he took acid every day for a year to see what would happen. I guess, Sharon, it's what happens. UB40. Everyone's heard of UB40. I can't remember any of their songs, but I remember the band. But the fact that when they were recording their second album, they caused a cocaine shortage in Dublin. No, they make the list. Alright, Steve-O. Who knows who Steve-O from Jackass is? Yeah, we got a few fans out there. Steve-O is much of a rock star as he wants to be, isn't, but he makes the list because of the peculiar drugs he was addicted to, which was weed, coke, PCP, amyl nitrate, and fucking video head cleaner. Now, that's just a toxic mix that, you know, I want to A, try, and B, he makes fucking number 5 on the list. He's sober now, man. Give him credit. He's alright. Next on the list, we have Stevie Nicks. Now, this is a chick who used to get cocaine blown up her asshole with a straw. Now, this causes a couple of questions. One, where the fuck do you get an assistant to do that? Or once you get this straw? Like, you know, that ain't happening easily. And then second, didn't she get the memo that cocaine goes in the nose? But when you think about it, blood does pass closest to the skin in the anal region. Maybe she's onto something. Note to self, cocaine in the ass might be better than advertised. Number 3, we got Queen, the band Queen. Everyone love Queen out there?
Freddie Mercury, yeah.
They make the list on the fact alone that they had that party, the famous party you may have heard rumours about, with gold spray painted doors, with trays on their head with lines of cocaine. That happened. That was real. I went down to New Orleans, and just for that party alone, Queen make the list. Next on the list, we got Syd Barrett, the original lead singer of Pink Floyd. Syd Barrett used to mix mandrake root and brill cream together, rub it in his hair, sweat that shit into his brain under the stage lights. Good way to hallucinate. He's been living in his mother's basement since the 70s, though. Yeah. Number 1, we got Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue, who I'm proud to say I'm wearing a bandana on my leg right now. He was the bassist, he was also the writer of all of their songs, and he wrote one song called Kickstart My Heart. This song's written about a time where he OD'd on heroin in an English heroin dealer's house. So they decided to beat him with baseball bats, hoping pain would bring him about. When that didn't work, they robbed him and threw him in a fucking skip bin out the back. So he woke up dead in a garbage can, got up, went back to the apartment to ask for his shit. So not only did he write a song which sold $1 million worth of fucking $1 million, Kickstart My Heart, he managed to sell that bloody song to Monsters University to advertise their child's fucking movie. I mean, this song actually has a line in it that says, "When I get high on speed. Top fuel is funny cars are a drug to me." I mean, shit, this is a song about ODing on a kids movie. That's why Nikki Sixx gets number 1 on my Rockstars XXX list.
Yeah!
Good, brother.
Now, I'll just quickly wrap this up, give you one last thought. As you've been watching me on stage, you may have been wondering about my promiscuity. if I'm a good lover. You ladies in the corner, maybe some of them. I can't tell if you're ladies or men. But you may be wondering, and I'll throw around like I'm not the best guy in the sack. Not a number one lover. Over the time of my career, I've heard the terms, "Is that it? What about me?" And I took my tampon out for that. Thank you very much. I've been Clayton Anderson.